How's it going, everybody? I am the Zabin Yo Zabin. Thank you for coming into my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my Puerto Rican styled pork chops. Now, I like doing thin cut, no bone, but of course you guys can always do a little bit thicker. You guys can always do bone in. That is completely up to you. And of course, along the way, there are some things that you guys can change, and we're going to go over that together. So right now, let's go ahead and show you guys the ingredients. Alrighty, so here are our ingredients. This is literally all you're going to need. It is a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of cumin, and a teaspoon of adobo. And you're also going to need some vinegar. You're gonna need 2 tablespoons of that, and I am going to be using half a packet of Sazon today because I'll be air frying it, but if you will be cooking in the oil, I do recommend using a whole packet. And of course, I'm also going to be throwing in a little extra flavoring. This is going to be half a teaspoon of chicken flavor or chicken seasoning. I understand that cumin is a strong spice, so I wanted to take a moment to let you know if it's just a little too much for you, you can always drop it down to a 1/4 teaspoon, or alternatively, you can get this adobo that comes with cumin already in it. It doesn't have a lot of cumin in it, so that is a good substitute for the adobo and the cumin together combined. Alrighty, so the first thing you want to do is put your dry seasonings into a small bowl. Now that all my dry seasoning is in a bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and use this fork to just mix it all together. Okay, so now that it's all mixed together, we're gonna go ahead and put in our 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and then we're gonna go ahead and mix again. When you start seeing that it, gets a little bit more thick and has all the, it looks like it's combined pretty well like this. It's gonna turn somewhat like a paste. That is exactly what you want. We're gonna put that onto our pork chops right here. If you're like me, you don't like getting your hands dirty, you can just scoop up some with the fork and then use a little brush. This is like a little weakling brush, but we're gonna go ahead and just rub that in all over the chops, just like that. And you're gonna do the same exact thing for just all over this pork chop right here. Oh yeah, look at that, it's looking good already. I could just eat it like that. So this side's looking pretty good, and like I said, if you don't like getting your hands dirty, just go ahead and use that fork of yours to go ahead and simply flip it. Oh gosh, that one is not meant to flip like that. Oh no! Now that the chops have been flipped over, go ahead and just rinse and repeat. Look how good they look. I swear, don't eat them raw, guys. They may look good, but don't eat them raw. Remember, these are gonna be fried. Of course, if you guys don't like to do fried, you guys can always just put it in the oven. So there's basically like 3 ways you can prepare these, but traditionally these are fried. So I would definitely recommend, if you don't want that flavor, to kind of kick into the meat, let it marinate for a bit. I'm gonna be preparing some rice with this. So when I'm like halfway done with the rice, then we're gonna go ahead and start cooking these actually in the air fryer, which is why I said in the very beginning, is why I put less Sazon. But if you are putting it in the oil and to fry, definitely would recommend putting a little bit more Sazon in it. But of course, that's up to you. Alrighty, so I'm actually almost done with the rice, and I totally forgot to prepare these. So definitely if you're gonna air fry it like me, we're gonna make sure that I only can do 2 at a time, make sure that they are separate, and you're gonna put these in your air fryer for 400 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. It might be a little bit loud, but I did forget to mention, when it hits about halfway, 5 minutes, you do want to flip your meat. Make sure that it's cooked and good on each side of the meat. Speaking of cooked and good meat, there's of course 2 other ways. Like I've said, you guys can throw it on the oil to fry, which if you do it that way, put it on high heat to, heat up that oil. But when you start cooking it, you're gonna wanna bring it down to a medium heat. At that point, you're gonna wanna let the meat cook for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. Once that happens, you're gonna see that it's gonna get some color. If you have a little bit of fat on it, it's gonna be a little crisp. It's beautiful. And you'll be done there. Just make sure again that you're cooking, if you're doing it in the oil, cooking it on a medium heat, and then it's 4 to 5 minutes on each side. If you're gonna throw it in the oven, you're gonna kind of do it the same with the air fryer. You're gonna put it up to 400 degrees, except you're gonna cook it a little bit longer, at least like up to 15 minutes, between 12 to 15 minutes in the oven. I think that way you could cook a lot more at the same time, but still, you know, you want to make sure that they're all cooked. And a thing that's going to help out the most, I think, is if you guys have a thermometer. If you have a food thermometer, put it in, make sure that it's at least 150 degrees internally, and that's how you know that it's still going to be soft and good. Alrighty, so here it is. I think I probably could have done a little better with presentation. Normally I have vegetables here, but we forgot to pick up some from the store, but that's fine. The meat looks amazing, okay? Look at that. And I have a Boeing knife, don't judge me. But you wanna see it like that. Let me see if I could flip it for the other side. Whoops. Apparently, I don't know how to use a knife. Okay, let's use a fork instead. So you wanna get just that golden color. And again, the reasoning why you want, if you put any Sazon in this, you don't want to put a lot because it'll make it look more orange. Of course, the story would be a little bit different if you're frying it in oil, but if you're going to put it in your oven or your air fryer, I do recommend putting at least half of the packet into this. That way it's not super orange, but instead looks super golden and beautiful. Now, since my fork is kind of stuck, I'm going to go ahead and cut this bad boy. Let's see if I can get it for the shot. It's kind of hard to do it since I'm the only one here. But ooh, that cuts right through. As you can see, completely white, no pink. Of course, if you want it to be, what is it, medium rare, you could let it, you know, cook a little less time. But this is honestly a perfect piece of pork chop. Like I said, it's gonna be cooked throughout, and this right here, that dark piece, is the fat. When you bite that part, it's gonna be super crisp. It's gonna be, it's just, look, just. I don't know if you can hear that chew, that crunch from the fat. It's very little, but oh, it is so good. I definitely recommend that you guys try this out whenever you guys, you know, make rice or something, you know, impress your friends, your family, whoever you wanna impress. And let them know your boy Neo Zabin taught you how to do this. Alrighty, so you guys made it to the end of the video. That meal is the best. Okay, I'm having it with some Mexican rice. Just letting you guys know, I do believe it works way better with other Spanish rice. So definitely, you know, look into that. But yeah, I am done here, so thank you to everybody who did watch. Hopefully you'll consider hitting the like button so I know that I should do more of this content, because I would definitely love to do more of this. And also, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button, so that way you guys can, you know, be alert. At least if you hit the little notification bell, you will be alerted next time we upload a video. Not only that, if you guys would like to donate as well, I'll be linking it down below in the description, along with the instructions and ingredients of how to make it. Definitely, you know, if you would like to donate, do so. That's gonna go towards, you know, things that we need. Definitely better equipment, whether it be for, you know, making better food, right? Like getting a tripod for the phone, or just getting, you know, like more meats and ingredients to go ahead and mix things together for you guys. But if we have a lot left over, I still am also, you know, part of a gaming channel. So I'd like to also, you know, get some equipment for that, aka a much better computer. That way we can actually make really good, decent videos for you guys. So again, if you would like to donate, or if you just need the instructions and ingredients, that's all going to be down below. I'm gonna see you guys next time. As always, please stay kind, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next time.